Welcome to episode 3, the final episode about the Foundation's report on the vitality of older adults in our communities. My name is Bindu Cudjoe, and I'm the chair of the board at the Oakville Community Foundation. I'm delighted to be joined today by Melissa Cameron, Community Engagement Director for Acclaim Health and a sponsor of this report, as well as my colleague Frances Pace, Director of Fundholder and Community Engagement at the Foundation. Together, we're going to explore the relationships, purpose, and opportunity section of the report, as well as our next steps and our report watch list. Over to you, Frances.
Thanks so much, Bindu. Once again, as we explore the data in this third and final episode, keep in mind your personal goals when it comes to aging and consider how this information could affect them. Over to you, Melissa.
Thanks, Frances. As older adults age, they can become more reliant on the relationships around them, whether that's friends, family, a personal care team, or the community. And without these important relationships, older adults can really be at high risk for social isolation. Social isolation was already an issue, but now it's grown worse amid all of the restrictions due to the pandemic.
In Ontario, there are 3.3 million people taking on the role of a caregiver, with 50% of those caregivers being over the age of 85 caring for their spouse. Caregivers can be spouses, children, parents, siblings, and friends, and 30% of those are over the age of 55. Home support workers provide personal care and companionship to older adults, persons with disabilities, as well as persons recovering from an illness or operation at home. In Halton, 1 in 10 home support workers are over the age of 65. Older adults are also working longer, some by choice and some by necessity. While the retirement age in Canada is 65, 1 in 5 older adults over the age of 65 in Halton worked at some point in 2015. From 2005 to 2015, there has been a 91% increase in working older adults between the ages of 65 and 74. Older adults 55 and older also volunteer more than any other age group, averaging between 153 and 222 hours a year.
Getting out and about, or volunteering, is an important part of connecting to the community and building a strong sense of belonging. Community belonging plays a huge factor in healthy aging, particularly for older adults who may be retired and struggling with isolation or loneliness.
On average, older adults in Halton complete an average of 2 outings a day, while 1/3 of older adults do not leave their home at all. This has changed, however, during the pandemic. 45% of older adults said they left their home for groceries once per week, while 40% of older adults said they left their home for socializing and recreation less than once per week. Older immigrants, minority ethnic groups, and lower income older adults are more likely to have a lower sense of community belonging. However, 3 out of 4 older adults in Halton said they have a somewhat or very strong sense of belonging, while in Oakville, 4 in 5 older adults said they have a strong sense of belonging.
So what happens next? Since episode 1, we've asked you to keep your goals in mind as they relate to aging as you listened or read the statistics in this report. There's a lot to think about, and we have highlighted a number of areas of concern that we consider to be on our watch list. It's important to remember that aging, it seems to be generally a positive thing in our communities, but that doesn't mean that there aren't ways for us to improve the aging experience. Here are some areas that we are thinking about. Number 1, the L6K postal code has the lowest median income and the highest rate of poverty amongst older adults. More older adults are facing social isolation. Many older adults are acting as caregivers while they're aging themselves. And there's a growing proportion of seniors who are working longer as a necessity to their well-being.
Another watch list item identified is that more than a third of older adults in Halton report being sedentary. Based on this research, and to help address this concerning statistic, the Foundation is supporting the Rotary Oakville Trafalgar with a $25,000 grant. This is for an adult and senior fitness equipment at Memorial Park and done through our community funding. With additional funding through the Foundation's Oakville Health Community Initiative, over $32,000 will be granted to support this exciting project. To tell us more about this, I'm happy to welcome Ken Coulter, who is the past president of the Rotary Oakville Trafalgar. Welcome, Ken.
Well, thank you, Francis. With the money from this grant, Rotary Oakville Trafalgar will be able to build new adult and senior fitness equipment and seating in an underused area of Memorial Park in North Oakville. The park will have 4 to 7 pieces of fitness equipment, depending on the funding we get, with some geared especially to older adults and some geared to those with disabilities. The park itself, Memorial Park, is centrally located within a neighborhood and within walking distance of high-rise senior and low-income housing, where there are small to little backyards and green space. With this project, we hope to give our older adult population a place for them to safely be active and interact with others.
Very exciting. Thanks so much, Ken. We are excited to see this project come to fruition. Melissa, over to you.
We haven't been able to share every statistic or watch list item with you in these episodes. If you'd like to learn more about aging in Halton, I would encourage you to go to the ocf.org to read the full report.
So thank you so much today for joining us for these 3 episodes as we explore the Foundation's report on the vitality of older adults in our communities. Thank you.